Hello and welcome. This is video 3 of my series on using the NextGEN Gallery with your WordPress website. So we're going to go into Add New, and if you remember, we had a fictitious person and then their child, we took photos for them supposedly, so that child's name was Valerie, because remember, in my make-believe world, possibly this client of yours, Jason Bourne, may have a daughter that's still in school and getting ready for their graduation photos. So you know, you may have someone that you have multiple projects in here for. So that's why we made a category and then a subcategory. So now all I'm going to do is insert the gallery that I want to use. So if you click on that icon in your visual editor, you'll get this screen come up, which is going to be the flash. It's going to be the NextGEN Gallery, and it's going to ask which gallery do you want. So we want the Jason Bourne wedding. We could have named it Valerie wedding or whatever. Now you want to go ahead and insert it as an image list because you want your client or customer to see a bunch of thumbnails, and then they can choose from there how they want to view their own photos. So you're just going to click insert. Now if you ever get into your WordPress site and you don't see all these buttons, you can click here. This is the hide, show, hide kitchen sink. So if I click this, a bunch of my buttons will go away. Now if you are a client of mine, your buttons will look like this, or you can actually have more. If you're not a client of mine, I don't know what to tell you. So you'll have to, you know, add the plugins necessary to, you know, get your toolbar to look like this, which I'm going to do more tutorials on that as soon as I have time. So we added the gallery. You saw how simple that is. You would want to go ahead and add whatever text you want. You know, you can add, you know, great photos, you know, whatever you want. So, you know, I appreciate your business, da 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 da. So now we're going to come down here to publish. Now these toolbars, if you have a 2 column, are actually going to be up by where we just were, but because I have this set to be a 1 column, it's going to be down below. So here is where you can change your visibility, make this a password protected page, which, you know, is typically a good idea for you to do if your clients don't want their photos viewed by everybody. So we're going to say it's Victoria. Whatever, and then click OK. And then we still need to do one other thing though. We need to make sure that we call this, you know, select the tag, the category that we want this to go under. I'm sorry, I should never have said tag. It's going to confuse people. So make sure you select your category. The default on most websites, unless someone manually changes the setting, is for it to be uncategorized. And you really don't want things being published as uncategorized. There's uncategorized right there. So it's not a good idea. You know, and maybe you don't want to do it by client name. Maybe you're so busy, you want a main category to be A through S, and then, or A through K, and then L through whatever, so that people can go into the category, see their name, and then pull up subcategories. You can go another, you know, category deeper. So that's no problem if that's what you decide to do. You can also add tags, which help you, of course, with Google and everything else. I haven't done all my tutorials on tags and everything, but if you Google what's a WordPress tag, it'll be able to help you out with that. And of course, I use Greg's high performance SEO. You would put description, keywords, whatever else you would want Google to know about you. And that's about it. We're now ready to publish. You don't have to. You can save it as a draft, but no one's going to be able to see it if you save it as a draft. So we're going to click publish, and then we're going to take a look at it. And now we can type in Valerie, and hopefully that's what I made the password. I think I actually made it Victoria for some bizarre reason. I bet I did. So just one moment. Now here we are. Notice the adjusted thumbnails that we had done earlier. Now these are the choices your clients are going to have. They're going to be able to view the photos. For example, they can click on the image and it will show them a series of slideshows. And you know, like that's 6 of 17, that's 7 of 7, etc. If they don't want to view their photos that way, they can also view their photos in 2 different gallery flash options. Okay, so they can view their photos as a slideshow, and if you had music set, they would most likely get the music and everything else as well. So here we are, and you see at the bottom there's a toolbar, there's a little scroll bar, they can see the image number, they can forward. This would be for the music if it was set up. They can see it's number 2 of 17, and typically these images numbers right here are the most important, and they can also view full screen. So this is why you want the images to be 150 to 200 pixels when you upload them, because when you go to the full screen mode, it looks phenomenally better. If you reduce the images too much, the photos are really grainy, and you'd have to see how huge my screen is, and the photos look fantastic. In order to leave the full screen image, they can either click on the box when you hover down below, the little toolbar comes up, or you can just simply press escape and it'll go back to being a smaller slideshow. So we're going to go back to the thumbnail, and I'm going to show you the pick lens, which is another awesome viewing option. Now obviously both these options you would have to set up and know what you're doing to set up properly in NextGEN Gallery. I'm probably not going to do a ton of tutorials on how to set it up, because then I'll get a flood of emails on how to set it up, and it's just not worth the bother. So I will talk about some of the options in NextGEN Gallery. You know, you can view, again with the pick lens, you can view the images in a slideshow, full screen. This is a 3-inch monitor. The images are fantastic. They're super crisp, they're clear, they're just awesome. Then to exit the full screen, you click on the box on the bottom right, or you can press escape as well, whichever you prefer. So those are some of my favorite viewing options with WordPress and NextGEN Gallery. They're super easy to work with, and I think they look fantastic. So hopefully this video was helpful to you, and if you're not sure you want to do this yourself and you want to look me up, I do have several options to set up your website for you. Anyway, thank you very much. This is the end. I will have another tutorial on setting up options in NextGEN Gallery, but I probably won't get to that for a few more days. Okay, thank you.